Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brittany Small, and I will be doing a persuasive speech on whether white-collar crimes in Jamaica are treated with deference over other criminal activities in the society. Imagine this scenario. You wake up one morning and check your bank account, only to realize that your entire life savings, money you have worked on for years to earn, has vanished. No broken windows, no alarms triggered, just silent, invisible theft. This is not a scene from a movie. It's the harsh reality of financial crime, and it's happening every single day to ordinary people just like you. As defined by Investopedia, white-collar crime refers to non-violent offenses involving deceit or concealment to gain financial or business advantages. White-collar crime is not a new phenomenon. The term was coined in the 1940s by sociologist Edwin Sutherland. Sutherland argued that white-collar workers, who traditionally occupy non-manual positions, have access to resources that blue-collar or factory workers typically do not. In Jamaica, these crimes, often committed by influential figures, are treated with much more leniency than violent offenses. But here's the real question. Why are these criminals, often wealthy, powerful, and well-connected, treated more gently than someone who commits a petty offense? Why does wearing a suit seem to offer more protection than the law itself? This double standard doesn't bend justice. It shatters it. It fuels corruption, rewards the privileged, and drains the public's trust in the very institutions meant to protect them. Thus, I firmly believe that white-collar crimes in Jamaica receive preferential treatment due to corruption, class bias, and flaws in the legal system. Firstly, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to corruption. In Jamaica, white-collar criminals frequently exploit their political and economic connections to shield themselves from prosecution. According to the Jamaican Observer, in the impact of white-collar crime, Jamaica, like many developing countries, has a culture of corruption that is deeply ingrained in its society and can be seen in the widespread acceptance of bribes, embezzlement, and other forms of white-collar crime as a normal part of doing business. Do you remember the shocking SSL fraud case involving Usain Bolt? This wasn't just a headline. It was a wake-up call. This systematic rot allows the wealthy and powerful to manipulate the justice system, escaping accountability, while hard-working, law-abiding citizens struggle under the weight of unfair laws. Moreover, we, as the ordinary populace, feel enraged by the stark contrast between us and the elite. Such blatant inequality fuels our outrage and deepens distrust in the very institutions meant to uphold justice. Is it any wonder, then, that the fate in Jamaica's justice system is rapidly deteriorating? Although some people may argue that not all wealthy individuals engage in white-collar crime, and even some work against it. While it is true, not all wealthy individuals participate in white-collar crime, and indeed, some actively work to combat it, this does not negate the fact that those who do often receive preferential treatment. Wealth and influence grant them access to top-notch legal representation, political connections, and loopholes within the justice system, enabling financial criminals to avoid severe punishment. Thus, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to corruption. Additionally, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to class bias. The recent report from the Jamaican Constabulary Force titled White-Collar Crimes on the Rise reveals a troubling reality. Despite increased efforts to tackle white-collar crime, many offenders evade justice or receive lenient sentences. This is largely due to the significant influence that wealthy individuals wield over law enforcement, obstructing true accountability. Why? Because wealth buys influence. In sharp contrast, individuals from lower socioeconomic backgrounds who commit crimes like theft often face extreme penalties, highlighting a pronounced class disparity within our justice system. Imagine this: someone who steals a phone in the market. That person will likely face jail time. Yet, a CEO who steals millions may get a slap on the wrist. If that, the double standard screams inequality. As concerned citizens, how can we effectively challenge this imbalance when the elite can manipulate the system to their advantage? To whom can we report such injustices when law enforcement appears complicit? Even dancehall artist Mavado has declared that Jamaica is full of white-collar criminals and accused the government of a failure to act when fraudulent events occur. This skewed treatment of white-collar crime not only perpetuates a sense of injustice, but also deepens public distrust and disillusionment within our justice system. We must demand change and hold our institutions accountable. Some individuals may argue that improving our strict enforcement of laws against white-collar crimes could have negative economic impacts or deter legitimate business practices. However, this perspective overlooks the long-term benefits of holding white-collar criminals accountable. Enforcing laws against financial misconduct not only enhances market integrity, but also cultivates a culture of transparency and fosters public trust in businesses and the justice system alike. Can you imagine a world where all people have the same opportunities to succeed without power and greed? By rigorously prosecuting these crimes, we safeguard consumers, protect investors, and defend employees, all while establishing a fairer marketplace where ethical business practices can flourish. Therefore, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to class bias. Finally, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to flaws within the legal system. The Jamaican Constabulary Forces report highlights that despite increasing efforts to combat white-collar crimes, law enforcement continues to face challenges due to the complexity of these offenses and the difficulty of gathering concrete evidence. This gap in enforcement is often compounded by loopholes in financial regulations, which allow perpetrators to exploit weaknesses in the legal framework. This isn't a bug. It's a feature of the broken system. While law enforcement chases the small fish, the sharks swim freely in legal gray areas. How can we expect justice to be served when law enforcement struggles to keep up with the complexity of white-collar crimes and the difficulty of securing concrete evidence? The ongoing struggle against white-collar crime underscores the urgent need for legal reform and enhanced training for those tasked with investigating and prosecuting these challenging cases. Furthermore, in the Jamaican Gleaner, the impact of white-collar crime on Jamaica, the lack of strong enforcement mechanisms allows powerful individuals to evade full accountability for their financial misconduct. The lack of robust enforcement mechanisms for white-collar crimes in Jamaica is nothing short of infuriating. It allows the wealthy and powerful to brazenly escape the consequences of their financial misconduct, leaving the public feeling betrayed and powerless. This glaring double standard, where the rich and influential are treated with leniency, while the poor face the full brunt of the law, corrodes the very foundation of trust in the justice system. How can citizens believe in a system that turns a blind eye to those with money and power, while ruthlessly punishing the less fortunate? While some critics argue that focusing on white-collar crime diverts attention from more immediate and severe criminal activities, this view overlooks the profound and lasting damage that white-collar crimes inflict on society. Financial crimes, like embezzlement, fraud, and corruption can have devastating effects on the economy, erode public trust, and affect the most vulnerable. For example, the misappropriation of public funds leads to underfunded education, healthcare, and infrastructure, all of which directly impact the communities critics claim should be prioritized. By addressing white-collar crimes, we not only hold powerful individuals accountable, but also ensure a healthier, more equitable society. Thus, white-collar crimes are often treated with deference compared to other criminal activities due to flaws in the legal system. In conclusion, the preferential treatment of white-collar crime in Jamaica, fueled by corruption, class bias, and flaws within the legal system, demands urgent attention. The corruption is seen from the systematic rot that allows the wealthy and powerful to manipulate the justice system. Additionally, the class bias is shown from the significant influence that wealthy individuals wield over law enforcement, obstructing true accountability. Finally, the flaws within the legal system are highlighted by loopholes in financial regulations. We can no longer turn a blind eye to the gross injustice where the wealthy and powerful escape the full weight of the law, while ordinary citizens suffer under its harshest penalties. It is time for a radical shift. Time for us to stand up and demand accountability for those who have long evaded justice. We must insist on stronger enforcement, fairer treatment, and a legal system that works for all, not just the privileged few. Let us not be passive bystanders in this broken system. Let us raise our voices, hold our leaders accountable, and fight for a justice system that reflects the true values of fairness and equality. The future of Jamaica depends on it. Will you stand with us in demanding change in the Jamaican justice system, or will you be a bystander to the crimes? I thank you.